Good evening.
People speak about the information highway as if it's a decade or two away. The fact is it arrived about 5 years ago.
Because of the analogy with the automobile superhighway, which closed and changed the boundaries of the country, the digital superhighway will do the same thing.
It's not really like the highway, which is discrete and concrete. It's really much more like the environment. It's an environment for information. Information flows in it.
What is this highway made of? What is it, like computers, you mean?
When I first coined the phrase information superhighway 15 years ago, I was not prepared for some of the unusual images it would ultimately bring into our language.
Once you start talking about the information superhighway, you get all these things. You get roadkill, you get stop signs, you get traffic cops.
We've beat that into the ground as our culture seems to just get a stranglehold on a new phrase.
And I would be just roadkill on the information superhighway.
You know, it's already passé, and I don't even think it's around yet.
We have to have parking lots, we have to have speeding tickets, driver training, right? And people's licenses are revoked.
It's just that as Americans, we're so familiar with all of the automobile metaphors that this is the one that has caught the popular imagination. What worries me more is that we'll build this glorious technological network and then only use it to have 500 channels of the same junk we have on today.
666 channels of heart-pounding, skull-blasting entertainment. Comedy, drama, hot oil aerobics like nothing you've ever seen, brother.
The notion of 500 channels is a completely arbitrary, crazy idea.
And they're trying to build it with 500 lanes coming one direction and a footpath going in the other.
The only good thing about the idea of having 500 television channels is that I have to get work.
Seen it. Cleans and straightens your teeth. Seen it.
I was poor like you.
It just cracks me up that everybody's always, oh, there's so much crap on. Shut up. Don't watch it. You know? I mean, it's a clicker. Most people have the attention span of a ferret on a Tubbo Espresso, you know, just flick through if you don't like it.
It doesn't really matter if there are 500 channels available, it's the one that's in front of you that counts.
I don't think it's going to be a happy time. I think that it's going to be 499 bad television stations.
Dwayne's Underworld. It's party time! It's excellent! They must think people will watch anything.
Everybody's smallest peccadillo should be catered to if there are enough stations, you know? If, you know, if there's going to be a toenail channel.
Gross, yet strangely compelling.
Let's give every weird little corner, every dark recess of the human psyche its own television station. Festival! Festival! Do I need to be tied into the world at large? No, not at all.
The point is to take the neurology that's sitting here in what they call the wetware, this sloshy gray matter here, and hook it into all the other gray matter on the planet. The whole point, as far as I can feel it, is contact.
I will see things which change the way we work and change the way we socialize, and coming out of that will be a whole new society.
In communities that are based on interest or need or information, not on age, race, or physical location, financial status, any of the old social patterns.
Everything is going to change. It's all up for grabs.
For instance, I've used a sports analogy. The great tennis players are the ones that had tennis rackets in their hands when they were 5 years old. The great changes in the society are going to be by the children who are growing up in this computer revolutionary age, who are then interconnected by these networks, who discover ways of doing things that we can't even imagine, let alone actually carry out and implement. we will see this transformation. Towards the end of the decade, it will be obvious. At the beginning of the decade, we're having programs like this.